Hi there, fans of Comic Land. It's Leila here for the awesome episode number 150.
Shoot us now!
That's right. We are here at number 150, and we are zooming
Really
towards
late.
number 200. But we have to start it off with a bang, right? We're going to start with Annihilators number 1, written by Dan Abnett and Andy Lanning. You've seen them all over a bunch of series right now, and that's because they're hot, hot, hot. Also, art by Tan Ang Huat. So in this one, the auditor of the Regalian Survey...
My favorite Swedish meal.
Jim. Okay. The auditor of the Regalian Survey completes his experimentation on space and time, but his results are stolen by the unscrupulous Dr. Dread. Meanwhile, in the intergalactic gateway station called Nowhere, Quasar gathers a new team of cosmic first responders. They'll be known as the Annihilators. They're the group of, the most powerful, potent beings in the galaxy. So their first mission seems to put them on a collision course with Dr. Dread, who has taken aims at the Dire Wraiths and setting them free. So I thought this was a great start to the series. Excellent writing. Obviously, Abnett and Lanning are just doing some really great work right now in all their series. They brought powerful characters together and still managed to have some drama with a good foe. Like when you have really strong good guys and there's no threat to them, then there's no drama and it's not much of a comic book. And I thought they really balanced them off so far, and I thought it was really well done. And there's also this really great backup story in there called Timely Incorporated, which is also by Abnett and Lanning as the writers, but has art by Timothy Green II. And in that one, Rocket Raccoon has a really bad day at the office.
Wait. They brought back Rocket Raccoon? Who thought that was a good idea?
Yes. So not only does he find out that he was hired as some sort of to meet a quota for cute sentient animals, and all of
filled
the
with
around,
rabies.
Yeah, and all the people around the office are constantly referring him to just like this cute guy, and this is just so the opposite of what he's been coming out of and all the trials that he's gone through. On top of all of that, he gets sent a gift that he opens and really wishes that he hadn't. I thought it was a really great story, really funny. It made me laugh. If you're a Guardians fan, you're definitely going to like it. So pick up the Annihilators. Overall, really strong book. Next up, we've got Marvel Zombies Supreme, number 1. This one is by Frank Marafino and Fernando Blanco. So this is another Marvel Zombies book, so you sort of know what to expect. A team of military specialists, along with Battlestar, find more than they bargained for when they respond to the scene of a complete failsafe shutoff at a military base. Or sort of, it's an alternate energy resource facility. So here we find Zombie Supreme. So I've never found Squadron Supreme that interesting, and they're not that much more interesting as zombies, unfortunately. So the story and art are okay, but I really miss the classic Marvel zombies like Spider-Man and Wolverine and how they tease each other, and just this book kind of lacked all of that witty repartee that you've sort of come to expect from Marvel zombies. I mean, there was maybe one moment where I was like, that's kind of funny. And usually in a Marvel zombies book, I'm killing myself while I'm reading it. So this one was only okay for me. I'm not sure if you're a Marvel Zombies fan, you're going to dig this. If you're, a Squadron Supreme fan, you might think that this is pretty cool. But I think that that's sort of a smaller group. I could be wrong. But anyways. Last but not least, we've got the Fear Itself sketchbook. Now this is a free promo out there in your comic books this week, and it is worth picking up to get to see what's going to be going on in the next big Marvel series. So, what does this tell you? What can we glean from this? Well, first of all, Sin, the new Red Skull, is going to be playing a large part in coming events. The Asgardian god of fear is the antagonist, and he's going to prey on all of the heroes' fears, and the results could be shocking. And the creators, Matt Fraction and Stuart Immonen, have promised that, like House of M and Civil War and Secret Invasion, that Fear Itself is going to be a game changer as far as the Marvel Universe is concerned. And this all begins next month. So make sure that you pick this up, get on the ride for Fear Itself, because I think it's going to be a really great Marvel series.
Hey folks, Jim here. Welcome to episode 150 of Geeking Out. Yeah, we're a few months behind, but hey, we're at 150.
Shh, Jim, they might not figure that out.
I should shut up now then. I'll just leave. Bye.
No, come back.
All right.
We want to hear about your
anyway,
comics.
Let's get started with some comic reviews. First up, we have Carbon Gray, number 1, written by Kerry Evans and Paul Gardner, with art by Kerry Evans and Hong Nguyen. In this one, amid the chaos of war, twins are born, Mahild and Giselle, the Sisters of Grey. The sisters are sworn to protect the Kaiser, but when he is found dead, Giselle is the prime suspect, and now must clear her name and unravel the mystery of the Carbon Grey before history is rewritten. This is one of the most gorgeous books I have seen in a long time. The painted artwork is simply a wonder to behold. Story-wise, it's okay. It's a little redundant in parts, but the art simply makes up for it because, well, it's gorgeous. Great characters. I actually quite like it a lot. So if you want to try something a little different, this is definitely for you. It's one of the nicest looking books on the shelves today. Next up, we have Axe Cop, #1, written by 6-year-old Malachi Nicole, with art by Ethan Nicole. And in this one, Axe Cop and his partner, Dinosaur Soldier, are being hunted down like villains by the police and army. But when villains from outer space arrive and turn the army into bad guys, Axe Cop has no choice but to set things right. Wow. And people thought my book, Steampunk Palin, made absolutely no sense. This is written by a 6-year-old. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. But it is absolutely 100% hilarious. I have not read something that has made me laugh this much in a long time. There's a dinosaur with turrets in here that breathes fire. It's hilarious. So yeah, you can actually tell this is written by a 6-year-old. It's just so overboard with the sheer silliness of it all. It's a wonderful book. If you want to try something completely out of whack, then definitely try this book. It is absolutely hilarious. I have not laughed this long in a long time. Please go out and check this book out, because this kid's going to need to pay for his psychiatric bills somehow. And last but not least, we have Jeenifer Blood, written by Garth Ennis with art by Adriano Batista. And in this one, a suburban wife and mum by day, ruthless vigilante by night. And she's out to rid the world of underworld scum in the most violent ways possible. But her new mission may just be her most dangerous yet. As with any Garth Ennis book, this is gore to the max, violence to the max. Let's paint walls with blood. And yet it has a family story at the center of it. The mother is a mother by day and a remorseless killer by night. It's not bad. I actually quite enjoyed it. It's actually probably one of Garth Ennis's better written books, which is saying a lot because I haven't liked a lot of what Ennis has done in the last few years. But you actually get a sense of her being able to care for her children and her husband, but by night she's, well, remorseless to say the least. Great violence, over the top, everything. It's a fun book to read, but if you're not a fan of Ennis's work, you're probably not going to like this anyway. We will see you next week.